Good morning. We're going to go ahead and just go live. Let me know if the audio is good. Mad Max is first. That's different. Good to see you, Mad Max. Appreciate you coming in. Polly's in. USA. Good to see you guys. Give me an AV check. Everything look good? Coming across nice? Been fine-tuning my my setup. Hey, Ben Sharp. Good to see you, buddy. You've been trying to do some fine-tuning on my audio and video on my live streams and videos alike. This is the first installment on my new series called The Salient Point. I discussed it last Saturday, where I'm going to discuss, current events, bigger things happening in the fish world with fish companies, things like that. And it will be a little bit of a different setup. I'm currently working on a DIY background it's coming out amazing. You're going to see that setup once I get everything together. Hey, Tara, good to see you. Good morning. AV's good. Appreciate you, USA. Sometimes I play back my stuff after I watch it and feel like the audio is too low at times, but and it sounds different on a TV versus a mobile device. Hey, Rosie. So I want to start the stream off. You guys seen the thumbnail. I'm not picking on her, Mad Max. Just some things I want to say. It's a free country. Anybody's allowed to do what they want. Florina over there seems to have a nice family, beautiful children, and I'm not attacking her personally. She seems to be enjoying the fish keeping hobby, and the more people we can get in the hobby, the better. But I feel like there's certain ways we can go about doing it. And let's be honest, on her channel, the main focus is not the fish. Anybody with some common sense can understand that. Again, free country. She can do what you want. She can run her channel how she wants. From what I understand, she has a previous channel on fitness with over 1 million subscribers. She likes to exercise, look good. It's great. Her other hobby is obviously fish keeping. She started it back up again. And she started this channel on YouTube 7 months ago. 7 months ago, and already has over 1.1 million views. And I think we all know the reason behind that. It's not because of the fish. Go to the videos, look through the comments, see what people are talking about. I never see you guys in there. I'm not subscribed to her channel. And the reason why I'm not subscribed to her channel, and the whole reason I'm bringing this topic up on this live stream, is it's not adding any value to the fish keeping hobby. There's no real education there. The focus is to be on her. Corn Hubs is the one filming, and well, what do you mean, Mad Max? First of all, too, up on my left-hand corner, I don't know what you guys see. You're going to see a QR code. This is something that StreamYard has recently integrated. That is a QR code and a direct link to my channel. So anybody that comes in, wants to subscribe, scan that QR code, makes it easy, brings you right over. I had to throw that out first real quick. I'm not sure what you mean by dig deeper. OF, exactly, Mad Max. And I was getting to that. I thought that's what you were going to say. And again, a free country. If that's what she wants to do, is fine. But the issue is, I mean, this woman gets her kids involved in this stuff. And I've been watching a lot of social media. I do a lot of research. I watch a lot of bigger channels. You're talking Ben Sharp, the late Charlie Kirk, which I'm totally upset about. He was a great human being. But I do a lot of research. I do a lot of YouTube research, how to grow your channel. I do a lot of research and implemented some of these things on my own channel. And, the OF thing, and that's what you want to do, is fine. But, these kids are going to grow up in that atmosphere. And they're going to come up in this atmosphere thinking, oh, this is what you do in life. So we're not creating a new generation of people that are right of mind. This kind of mentality and these kind of things create a world that just shouldn't be. It creates a world we're currently living in, you know. But that's just my take on that, you know, as far as in the environment they're growing up in. It's not good. But it's her life, it's her family, and she can do whatever she wants. I'm not attacking her personally. I'm attacking the fact that you've seen the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail to her recent video, and it's the thumbnail to my live stream. The first major sneeze, and them puppies are coming out. And why are we implementing that on a fish keeping channel? I've seen some of the comments on her channel. One lady was like, I know what you're doing. It's not very tasteful. You're not doing a good job on it. Maybe go to an OF platform and keep it over there. I agreed 100% with her. Exactly, June. Setting the wrong example. Yeah, exactly. And it's all about the views, and I understand it. Anyone with common sense understands that. We know what she's doing. We know what she's up to. People are going in there, and it's about her. It's not about the fish. Yeah, one sneeze, Tim, them puppies are coming out. It's close. Look at the thumbnail. It's this close. Why are we implementing that into the fish keeping hobby? Now, people might say, hey, you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I understand that. Been in this world 43 years, coming up on 44 years, been working since I've been 15 years old. I'm not a dummy. I have a clue. And I understand that too. I don't have to watch her, and I don't. I'm not subscribed to her, but because it's fish keeping, it shows up in my feed, and that thumbnail pops up. There's no getting past that. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Just look through her videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. The only thing you can do is watch. The only thing you can do is not watch what people watch. Exactly, Mad Max. I just don't understand why we think we need to integrate that into a fish keeping channel. If you want to do that, that's fine. But, you know, and here's the other big problem I have with it. It is almost a kick in the teeth to the females in this hobby that have worked their asses off to make their channel and get their education out there, that are dressed. They're covered. This woman come in 7 months has got over 1.1 million views. Her videos get crazy amounts of views. And then you can go over to a channel like Talisa Aquarius, the freshwater ick chick, I call her, freshwater ichthyology. Jenna P, you name it, on and on. There's a new lady I found out dressed nice for the video, sharing the hobby with the world and doing it with a little bit more integrity and respect. Ben Sharp says, I asked YT to stop recommending this channel, and I haven't seen it since. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as I look through the videos and pan through the comments, because I had to do my research before I make videos like this, make sure, you know, I'm in line with what I want to say. And I don't see any of you guys in those videos. There might be a few comments here and there, but it's mostly these new people, probably that came over from her other fitness platform or whatever. And it's like, you guys aren't in there. Anybody that's an advanced aquarist or wants to continue to learn, I ain't going to that stuff. And all these men that comment, it's all beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Came for the fish, stayed for the puppies in the killer bod. Yeah. And the problem is these women that do this, they have to understand they're not getting any respect. You are being viewed as a sex object because that's what you're perceiving to the world, and that's what you want people to think about you. So if you think you're getting respect and because your channel is gaining all this traction and you're doing so well, no, they're here to look at you. They don't care about the fish, and they're looking at you as a sex object. There's no respect there. You don't respect yourself. And if you can't respect yourself, certainly nobody else is. But that's what you want to put out there. That's fine. But just understand, in a world with these OF women, no one respects them. They look at them as sex objects, and that's all it is. And now you're going to have your children growing up around this atmosphere thinking it's the right way. It's just a recipe for disaster. Lonely man, exactly, Jude. I don't, Matt Max says, I don't think it's respect what they're looking for. It's new followers. Yeah, but I understand that, Mad Max's followers. The more followers you get, the more views you get, the more money they make. Views, attention, money. That's what it's all about. Yes, June, that is how women are seen. Because it's just a natural thing. That's what they're seen now. But there's so many women out there that can do. My point is, there's so many women out there like yourself, June, like the Ick Chick, like Talisa Aquarius, Jenna P, the Science Gal, all these girls that were doing this stuff have a little bit more respect because they're doing it to teach, to educate, to share their hobby with the world. They're not doing it just to get views and dress provocatively. But even though women will always be looked at as sex objects because they are female, right? I understand what you're saying. Some women get a little bit more respect in that regard. They bring value to the fish keeping hobby. They're actually bringing value to something. These other women are not. They're just there to be purely sex objects. So there is a fine line there. Rosie says, I unsubscribed to her when she was saying the F word multiple times with her children there. That really bothered me along with other stuff. Exactly, Rosie. Yeah. Tim says, I noticed Tamara's talk. And Tim, I noticed that too. I noticed that too. I was going to mention something like that. Holly says, I personally don't want to do it that way, but apparently I am in the minority. I personally don't want to do it that way, but apparently I am. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Polly. Tim says, Katie tried and got called out quickly by her mother. Katie. Who's Katie, Tim? You're not talking about Hoggins, are you? Sweet says, George is right. It's her prerogative, and YouTube allows it. I agree with you 100%, but it's the only thing we can do is watch it. Exactly. And that's why when I started the stream, I wanted it to be clear that it's a free country. Anybody can do what they want. It's her channel. She can do what they want. It's her prerogative. It's her business. It's not mine. But the main point I wanted to address is why are we bringing it to the fish keeping community? Half these people that come in, they're not even in the fish keeping community. Katie Cichlids. Okay. I got you. June said, my mom would encourage me to show the girls. And it's all fun. You guys know me. I'm a very translucent person. I like to have fun. Most of my content is for entertainment, to make you guys laugh, have fun. But I am going to be implementing something else within my channel because I need to grow my channel. And if I don't grow, I stay stagnant. So I've got to start tapping into different things, which is where the Salient Point series comes from. It's going to be a podcast style. Behind me, I'm going to have an awesome little setup. And I'm going to tap into different subjects and things like that. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's not going to work out. You're going to stay stagnant. So I need to expand my horizons and talk about different things. Hey, Cecil, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. And if you got the assets and it works for you, we all know it works. Women have the golden ticket on social media. They have the golden ticket. They can smile and get 100,000 views. And that's great. Tough luck for the male. I've done the research. I can go to the gym, work out, get buffed, and get ripped, and be on camera. I'll get a little bit more views and female attention, but you're still not going to outcompete women in that regard. And also, the other thing that I don't understand about these EOF girls and people like this is the corn hubs. The hubs is filming for her all the time. Any self-respecting man would not want to display their wife on social media like that. Like, why would you want to share your wife for other men to eyeball her? Some men don't care. I get it. But when it comes down to your self-respect, your privacy, which basically is nothing in this world anymore, there is no privacy. Everything's out in the open. I would not willingly want to film my wife bent over in provocative positions just to get views. Hey, look, that's why I call him the corn hub. Can't say the other word. He's the corn hubs, if you get the joke. Tara says, it's her prerogative to behave in that manner, and it's my prerogative to have an opinion of her. Exactly. And I don't have a problem making a video on this because it's free speech. When you put yourself on social media, not only are you putting yourself out there, but you also have to be available for criticism because you put it out there. She has not stopped remix on her content, so anybody can go in there and take her content and remix it. And I'm not going to sit here and bash her. Seems to have a beautiful little family, but I just don't understand why we got to bring that garbage into the fish keeping community. Scotty says, guess I'm the lucky one. I haven't seen the channel. I don't need to waste my time with garbage. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. Don't waste your time because it's just all about look at me, look at me. The fish are not the focus. She's the focus. But seriously, Jesse, you have the eyebrows. I do have the eyebrows, Rosie. These bad boys are a fish punk card. Tim says, my wife doesn't get that type of attention on social media. Yeah, and that's same with my wife. My wife is a very conservative woman. Nothing is revealed. Nothing shows off. She doesn't flirt. She doesn't prep, wear makeup every time she goes out to impress other men and other people. I'm not saying that that's why women get prettied up and get makeup on before they go out, but it's the same sense. You're trying to make yourself look better to impress other people so you look good. That's out the door with my wife. You don't care about that stuff. She doesn't care about getting attention from the other men while she's out there. It's just not in her mind. It's not in her makeup. Pardon the pun. Polly says, that's why I don't show my face on my videos, Jesse. It wouldn't be fair to the rest of you that I get all the extra views due to my rugged good looks. That's pretty good, Polly. But I want to see you. I like to put a face to the name. Yeah, exactly, Tim. June says, Salient would be an excellent Vulcan for Klingon. Yeah, that's true, June. Yeah. I got the eyebrows. There's a term for those husbands. Yeah. It's called simps. He's a simp, Mad Max. He's a simp. Dan English says, I really like looking at ears of corn in their undressed state on the corn hub. Dan got it. My wife commented to me, hi. Hey, Tim wife. Hey, Slim wife. John Belushi eyebrows. Hey, pal, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Good to see you. My what? LOL at my wife's. Laugh out loud at my wife's at my age. Nobody wants to look at us now. We're headed to Florida for vacation. Cool, Tim. You be safe driving now. So yeah, I just felt like it was something. I wanted to see where you guys were at with it. I think Mad Mex kind of did a live stream discussing her before. I think in my tank, not in my tanks, but at the time, God, his name's escaped me. Skeptical Aquatics talked about it a little bit. Got you, June. So it seems like we're all on the same page with it for the most part. I mean, again, I'm not attacking her character. I'm not attacking this woman. She can do what you want, but I just like, why do we feel the need to bring this to the fish keeping community? The people in there might keep fish, but they're not there for the fish. They're there for her. She knows that. That thumbnail, one sneeze, them puppies are coming out. Rating right on that threshold of disaster. And whatever works for you, that's fine. And that's what you want to do is fine. But listen, this is what I've learned. For every action, there is a reaction, no matter what you do, where you're at, or who you are. And these OF girls, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money doing this. And it's easy money. Nothing comes easy. There is going to be a repercussion from this. And whether it's now or later in the future, regarding what I was talking about with the kids being involved in that, when they grow up, they're going to understand, oh, I see what mom does. I see that's what we want to do. And now she's creating another generation that does these things. And that right there might be her repercussions for her actions. One way or the other, there's a reaction for every action, and it's not always good. Tempered Tanks, good to see you. Appreciate you. I don't even really understand why you'd bring that into fish keeping. Anyway, like it's definitely not the most it's definitely not the most popular medium. Exactly, Tempered Tank. And I thought about that, but I think it's just the other hobby other than fitness that she likes to do. And she figured, okay, let me do this. I can start a YouTube channel and make more money. She's double dipping on 2 channels, making double the income, cross-platforming, bringing people over back and forth. And it's just all about views and money. Let's say if it was sewing, maybe she liked to make clothes. It would be the same thing with the clothes, making clothes turned into a try-on haul or something. You know what I mean? Newton's law. It's fleeting money. It is. People have lost their sense of modesty these days. We should do like the fish do and I'll just be naked. Yeah, Dan, exactly. Yeah, there's no privacy. There's no morals. There's no expectations. It's just whatever you want to do with whoever you want to do it with, and that's it. Nothing else matters. Mad Max says, look, these are not their primary channels. They are mining an untapped source where they will find men, viewers, and women. Exactly. And I remember you talking about that, Mad Max, on your discussion about it. And it is. It's exactly that. It was well said. Can't say it any better than that. Not blaming it at all on the lady, but it's the men that keep going back and forth. Yeah, and they're simps, Scotty. They're simps. It is the men. But if we could want to it, these men need to. You got people like your Andrew Tate, your Charlie Kirks, your Ben Sharps. There's a slew of them that put content out there to try to get younger men to get past these things and have a stronger mind, have some self-worth, earn your money, make your money. Women, like I said, have the golden ticket on social media. They really don't have to do much to make a lot of money. Men have always had to earn their value. They have to get up. They have to, when the difference between men and women, when you're born, when men are born, they have no value. We have to work our way up the totem pole to get to a position where we have a respected position and we're making a lot of money. We have to earn that. They're born with a value already because they're women, and they can easily get up here through multiple different ways. I'm not saying women's lives are easy. Don't misconstrue that. I'm just saying that women are born with value. They're held up here, and they can very easily make money without not doing much if they want to choose that path. We have become Rome. It's getting crazy in this world. I mean, it's always been crazy. Crime and all kinds of nasty things have been around for centuries. I mean, and I like what Branton said on a live stream. I can't remember who was in, but he said, it's always been around, and now because of social media, it's more center stage, more people can see it, and he's 100% right. Bad has always been around, but now that it's shared all over the world with 1 million cameras in every part of the world, you can see it center stage more often. But and I agree with them, but I kind of disagree with them a little bit because we're doing things now that we never did 20 years ago. You look at these people that were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. 20 years ago, that would have never happened. Got that from Joe Rogan on a video I was watching from him. And he's right. 20 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. But because we're brainwashed and social media is poisoning people's brains, that's why this is happening. It's due to social media. And I've been saying for years now, the root of all evil was money, technology, and social media was the straw that broke the camel's back. You put all these things together, you got a recipe for disaster, and that's playing out now. I've been saying this for 5 years. Social media poisons the mind. Now we come in here as a fish keeping community. We share a hobby all over the world with other people. We've made friends, a wholesome hobby where we like to share together tips and tricks, education. And now, because of social media, we've got these people, this channels like Florina coming in, sprinkling in OF content in it, and it's tarnishing it and ruining it. And that's the point of my discussion with this is why do we got to bring it into the fish keeping community and ruin it? I wish YouTube would have some kind of a check for different niches. Okay, you're coming into the fish keeping community, a wholesome community, and you want to do this? Nope, sorry, you can't do it. Not allowed. We all need to remember the internet is a very dark, creepy, and dangerous place. On top of being an easy access, just exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Dan. Dennis says, I've seen those thumbnails on my feed and shake my head and roll my eyes. I wonder if these men that ogle the comment have done. Exactly, Dennis. Exactly. And probably do and probably don't. But it's like, go back to your fitness channel and keep the fish community out of your mouth. Or just be normal. Or if you get members, if you absolutely want to do that with your fish channel, Save it for member content. Dress nicer for your videos. And if people want to become a member, do it over there behind scenes. The village idiots can now gather. Hey, Stan, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Scotty says, another thing that bothers me is some live streams which I can no longer watch, or just every other word is a cuss word I have need to. Yeah, you know what? I swear quite a bit, Scotty. But again, a time and place for everything. I'm not going to come up here and drop the F-bomb every 3 seconds just because I think it makes me cool. There's a lot of people that view that as very uncool, and you just look like a Neanderthal. You take guys like Wes Watson, who can't talk without 3 swear words in a sentence. He thinks it makes him look cool and tough, but in reality, it makes him look like an idiot. So I get what you mean by that, Scotty. Now, on today's live stream, I will only be able to go for an hour. I usually go for an hour and a half, but I have my contractor is finishing up our second bathroom, and I have to go to Lowe's and get a part and have it here before he shows up. I pushed him back till 10 so I could do my live stream, but so only an hour. Don't forget, my top left-hand corner, it's over here. You'll see a QR code. That's a QR code to my channel. Tap that, brings you to my channel. Subscribe. Got to grow the channel. Let's see here. I do cuss way too much. I try not to, but I'm trying to use my words. Actually, you know what? There was actually a research done on people who swear a lot, June, and they're found to be more intelligent and less stressed because, let's face it, if you stub your toe on something and you go, gosh, dang it, that does not make you feel better than saying, God, son of a, it just doesn't. You're getting that pain out in a release of swearing, a slang word. But when you have to say words like, gosh, dang it, jigger that hurt, man, it's not going to be a stress relieving. Hey, Tommy, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Dennis, 14. At 14, it was kind of cool. Exactly. At 14, it was kind of cool, Dennis. But, you know, when we was kids, the Playboys, right? If you stumbled across them and found them, we were sneaking and looking at them. But our parents just didn't leave them laying out on the coffee table for any kid to come in and look at. There was morals. There was some understanding. There were some rules. Now it's just, here you go. Anything you want. Hey, Jim, good to see you, man. Cussing happens, but I try to keep it a minute. Yeah. Exactly, Jim. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in, my friend. Kevin Rosenberg, what's up? How you doing, Kevin? Jeff Rowe, cursing doesn't bother me, and neither does dressing poorly. The only thing that I see in the community that bothers me is how matter of fact most people are. Well, what you mean by that, Jeff Rowe? And everybody's different. How matter of fact, meaning like, I don't know what you mean by that. It does have a bigger impact. It sure does. Stan says we go down the dirty trail all the time in the chats. Not sure. Yeah, and we do. Some of them discussions go down that for sure, Stan. This hobby is so situational. A lot of people pretend it isn't. Meaning, I mean, I think I know what you're talking about, Jeff Rowe. I've talked about that on my videos too. Every tank is different. Every environment's different. Water's different. So what might work for me might not work for you. And I've always talked about that. I'm assuming that's what you mean. But then you got these other people that saying you got to do it this way, or your fish are going to die. I think that's what you mean. I got put for the article. Yeah. Excuse me. That's funny. 10%. There's a difference between cussing. Try to look cool for kids and cuss because of years of manual labor and rage building up. That's true too. Temperate, yeah. Working for the man can get you down sometimes. TV was like that too as a kid. All the provocative stuff was like late night, right? When we were in bed. It's just pretty good. My firemouth cichlids bred my 120. Oh, nice. I had a firemouth cichlid one time when I was first setting my Mabuna tank up, and it died. I thought mine. I don't know if I want to get one. I have enough Mabuna. I used to watch the Ohio Fish Rescue live stream. The last time it was when they had Joey on there, and there was nothing but a cuss fest. But I still watch his videos because, yeah, I saw you commenting on some of his videos. Yeah, man, the thumbnail for this live brings out a lot of questions. Sure does. Ask away. All my tanks are different. Yeah, exactly. Kevin says I seen that channel of that chick showing off her goods. Yeah, showing off the goods for sure. Hey, it gets where it works for her, but I'm just saying, I don't know why we got to bring that into the fish keeping community. And you know what? Going back to what Stan said, we do go down some dirty conversation at times, but it's all in fun, Stan. But there's a difference of talking about something and showing it. Jeffro says, meaning every fish in pairs is different. So breeding behavior isn't always 100%. Everyone's husbandry does apply for all fish. Troubleshooting outdoor, indoor fish keeping, just a lot of variation. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Jeffro. And there's a lot of variation. Even if you have two tanks side by side in your fish room, they got the same water, you got the same sand, you got the same rocks, and you got the same fish. They're both still going to be different. Nothing is consistent. The only thing consistent in this hobby is change. So I 100% agree with you. I mean, can she make it? Oh, yeah, Kevin. Once, like I said, one sneeze, and puppies are coming out all over the place. It's close. That one where she's bending over the back of her tank to paint it. This wood is so big. I don't know if it's going to fit. To each your own. You can do what you want, but be normal. And if you want to attract that people, because this is the other hobby you like, she's already got 11,500 subscribers, over 1.1 million all-time views. Only been doing this for 7 months. You're monetized. Do it on the behind the scenes members only thing. I've watched his comments. Some people go in there and tell her right out. She never replies to them one, as far as I see. I mean, let me see. Jesse NGO, I would be doing the same thing if I was her. It's probably working. Oh, yeah, Jeffro. I mean, but that goes back to what I'm saying. Everybody can do what they want. Women have the golden ticket. If it works and you make a lot of money doing something that you like to do at home, not having a boss, I get it. But let me explain something. When you go wash your car into the automatic car wash versus washing it by hand, which one is going to get that car cleaner and looking better? The one that you washed by hand. Anything that you have to work harder for comes with a better result. So OnlyFans gets that easy money, but for every action, there's a reaction. It's not always going to be good for you down the road. Some of that, but a lot of videos on people dissecting this. These OnlyFans girls that have made millions of dollars are now broke. Things are not going good for them at all. Some are still okay. Some men are turning away and getting their mind right and doing different things. And they're losing people from that, but you're always going to have people there. It's always going to be a thing. The sex industry has always been around for a long time. It's not going anywhere. I get it. And I'm not saying that she's a horrible human being or anything like that. I'm just saying time and place. So why do people feed into that type of content? There's a place for that type of content, and it's not in this hobby. We have young kids that look at the videos and they're going to come across. Or exactly, but people might say, Jim, okay, don't watch it. Don't let your kid watch it. That's fine. You can block it. But because it's in the fish keeping community, thumbnails come up in my feed. I think I can block. I don't know, but I'm just saying, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. It's your decision. And I get that, but it's still going to come up in my feed. I'm going to come across it. Going to have to sand down this wood to make it fit. Come back to my live stream today. She says, I'm kind of lost. I don't know who we're talking about, but I don't think I ever saw her. Florina. I'm assuming Florina is the pioneer of OF crossed with fish. Jim says, the type of content and think it's okay to sell them halfway. Exactly. So FishTube is being replaced by OnlyFans? Well, I like to call it OnlyFins, Dan. I want to watch fish porn, not people porn. There is enough people porn in the world. We need more naked fish on here. What do you mean YouTube flagged my comment? How do you know that? What comment? I understand time and place, just saying if I could get people to pay attention to animals or what I was passionate about when most people don't, it's a win-win. Yeah, I got you, Jeffro. Definitely not time play. Exactly, Dennis. I also have 4 kids and I don't let them on YouTube. Good for you, Jeffro. Mark Turner, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. What you mean flag my comment? How do you know that? Where'd you see that? How do you see these things? We are live to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. For newcomers, if you want a quick link to my channel, it's on the QR code over there. Just scan that with your phone. It'll take you right to my channel. Subscribe. Help me grow. So yeah, I was just, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I wanted to see if we were on the same page with it. What you talking about, Tim? YouTube flag what comment? And how do you know that? It sounds like we're basically on the same page. But again, I'm not attacking this woman personally. She can do what you want. It's a free world. As freedom of speech is a free world, and I can talk about these things. When you put yourself out on social media, you got to be willing to understand that there's going to be criticism involved as well. But I'm sure she's used to that. She's got a fitness channel over 1 million, and I'm sure she's been through it 1 million times. And nothing I'm talking about is nothing she's ever heard. I'm just trying to get with my circle of people and get their thoughts on, do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Things like that. And it seems like the census is no. I want to know what Tim meant by YouTube flag what comment and how he knew that. Dan says, safe, Jeffro. I got 2 kids, and the only thing I let my oldest watch on YouTube is Minecraft videos and FishTube. Lots of FishTube. Yeah. Oh, you texted me, Tim. Let me check this out. Oh, Kevin, you spelled out OnlyFans in the chat, so YouTube flagged it my live. Jeff Rose says, I like her content. I see for what it is, but also she's explaining her process and not stirring anyone the wrong way. Yeah, I think I've watched a couple of the videos, Jeff Rose, and she does seem to truly be enjoying the hobby. She does seem to be excited and passionate. That's okay, Kevin. No big deal. And I can say that she does seem to really enjoy the fish, and getting the kids involved with that is a great thing. And everybody has something to bring to the community. But my point is, and Jeffro, I think you can agree, the main focus is not the fish, it's her. And not fooling anybody about it. Yeah, you're good, Kevin. I don't know. I don't know how Tim even knows that. How do you know that? What does something how? I don't understand. How did it know? And that's funny. They're going to flag an OnlyFans comment, but they promote it. Scotty says, and Jesse, I'm not saying I'm perfect, as I struggle with cussing at time, but I'm not doing that in public. Yeah, not no one's perfect, Scotty. I certainly am not. I certainly know my channel ain't the end all be all. I got a long way to go. My crap's boring. If people, I would get more views and make more money off YouTube if I made better engaging content. That's on me. I'm trying different things as I go to improve that. But people find her content better than mine because it's more. We know why, but listen, if I was doing this channel and I was in a yellow bikini running around this fish room, I would get a lot more views a lot easier. Jefferson, I agree with Jesse, but I don't think she's taking anything from the community, just adding to it. Yeah, for sure. And I can see what you're saying there, Jeffro. I don't think she's taking anything from the community. She's adding to it, but I don't see real. I'm not seeing any real value because we all know what we're doing over there. I don't see any value. Break out the Speedo. You got it, Dennis. Gonna break out the Speedo. No one wants to see that, sir. Oh, come on, Kevin. You don't want to see me in a yellow bikini. Come on. Don't be flashing those man boobs. Dan says the worst things my kids have ever heard probably came from my mouth. I've had a really PG-13 my language in the past 8 years. It's hard sometimes to stop my sailor mouth adding to it. Yeah, and I like that Jeff Rose coming in and sharing his side of things and talking about this because it gets discourse. It gets talking, it gets debating, it gets conversation going, and that's what we need. Talk about things. So I appreciate Jeffro coming here and you sharing your points because maybe there's things I don't. Because like I said, I don't watch your videos. I'm not subscribed. Maybe I missed some things that were there and I didn't know about. Maybe I could be totally off base, but I think I'm pretty spot on. The yellow polka dot bikini. Yeah, let's face it. If I was running around here and I looked like that and I was doing and I'm getting in my tank and I'm getting in my tanks and reaching to the bottom to script. Yeah, I'd be doing a lot better. Hey Garcia, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. All she's doing is getting another pay. Exactly, not a paycheck. Not a paycheck. I mean, we're all out to make money. Life's tough. The more money you can make, the easier you can make it. I don't fault anybody for that. If I could make my paycheck at work in this fish room, I would love that a lot more than going to work and doing the work. So I don't blame anybody that wants to better their lives and have a more enjoyable life. Work takes up 95% of our lives in this world. Imagine what we could do if we got all that time back, but still be able to afford life. So I get it. I'm shirtless sometimes in the reflection of the aquarium. LOL. I never noticed that. Hey, Van Oski, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Trevor says, I don't watch all her videos or sub, but the ones I've seen are very visually attention grabbing, but I also think she has a decent amount of knowledge and actually care about it. Yeah, and I get that too, Jeffrey, and some of the stuff videos she did. You know, her response to some people's replies, she seems to have the knowledge. I agree with you there. And learning as she goes, as we all are. And they are, well, of course, they're visually appealing. Dan says, I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. That's funny. 877 cash now. Call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. That's funny. I remember that. I certainly remember that. You guys make me laugh. I always enjoy my Saturday mornings with you guys. But I think we can get off of that subject for now. But it was something I want to talk about. I'm not one of those people that are going to complain about something to somebody and not talk about it or address the issue. I like solutions. I'm a very unfiltered person. What I'm thinking usually comes out. Of course, he says just do a plumber crack and call it we are plumbing tanks. There you go, Garcia. Something like that, Ways. Something like that, Ways. Well, I'm going to get in the high heels and a tight pair of leggings and then get up on a ladder on my next video and scrub algae out of an aquarium. And wouldn't it be interesting to try that to see what would happen? I'm sure a lot of people. But get off on that subject. I do have some new fish in the fish room, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. I think I might already have. I can't remember. Well, I won't talk about that because this is the first live stream, the first video in a new series I'm calling The Salient Point. I have created a live stream for it where I discuss more current events, bigger happenings going on within the fish community, fish companies, marketing, you name it, people. I'm watching you guys and I'm seeing what you're doing, and I'm getting video, doing research for my next video on this series. I might have to call you out. Maybe I'll do Jim. I'm going to talk about how Jim has abandoned his fish room to take walks in nature. Has it pulled off? Has it worked out for him? That's going to be the next one. Just kidding, Jim. You know I'm messing with you. He didn't abandon his fish room. Jim says do it. Jim says, I couldn't find the North Fin food, so I bought Aquafunk's fish food. Pretty good. You said that last time. Yeah, I don't know why you have a hard time finding the North Fin food. They got a whole website. You can get it on Amazon. It's everywhere, Jim. Jesse, how often should I clean the sponge filter? If it was me, Tara, let the sponge filter tell you when it needs cleaned out. The bubbles coming out of the top. If the flow is slowing down, excuse me, it's time to rinse that bad boy out. That is a well-seasoned sponge filter. You can pop it out, take it to your sink, clean it out, and put it right back on. But I would go by the flow coming out. If your bubbles are slowing way down and you haven't changed the adjustment, it's time to clean it. I don't clean mine very often. I wait till they're completely dang plugged, and then I take it over and rinse them out. When you rinse it out, make sure you get down in there and rinse off that air stone. Those air stones can become clogged. If you do it, Jess, I know you will get 1 million views. Well, we might have to do it. I might already have video of me doing it under a green light special. You guys will have to stick around to find out. The North Fin bug bite, yeah. Yep. Not bug bites. Bug Pro you're talking about, Kevin. Tara, I clean my sponge filters every 2 months. Yeah, see, Scotty goes a long way before he cleans them. North Fin Bug Pro is the best they have. I like the Bug Pro for sure. I like the Krill Pro. Daniel says, our local fish store carries North Fin. I mix it with Flugel bug bites and Akari mini algae wafers and all the tanks. Very cool, Daniel. Very cool. I do a mixture too. North Fin is my favorite food, but I also mix it with New Life Spectrum. So I'm just, getting a varied diet across all the fish. Oh, and how long do I wait until I clean the tank with the python? Well, that's a loaded question. Guys like Scotty, he lets that mom stay on there. You don't clean it off. It just depends on you. Do you want brown ugliness down there? That mom will break down. Now, Tara, you have a fertilized substrate under that sand, if I remember right. If you let that mom go and let it break down, it will add nutrients to help your plants grow. My suggestion is don't human clean that tank ever. Don't make it spick and span and sparkly clean. That gunk down there is actually good gunk. You don't want to clean it all out. That's okay, Kevin. I also like the Extreme brand. I did Extreme for a while too. But actually, if you take Extreme and you turn it around, and you take North Fin and you turn it around, there's more high quality ingredients in North Fin than there is Extreme. Our local box store also just started stocking Aqueon rimless tanks. Got my eye on a sexy 50-gallon cube that would look good next to my gaming shelf. Nice, Dan. Rimless, huh? That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm a North Fin guy. There's a reason behind it. It's not just because I'm sponsored by North Fin, because I was using it prior to that, because the ingredients speak for themselves. That man has won that aquatic award like 4, 5, 6 times in a row, and there's a reason behind that. There's no junk in his food. It's all high quality crap. The Aquatic News Network did a bit on Northfin food. So if you want to get some really good details about it, watch that bit. Tommy's on here. Maybe he can share that clip. He is a moderator. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, Boots Cats. I think Boots Cats was in there earlier. Jeffro, a lot of Northfin haters out there, but the dude don't miss. He keeps getting crowned. Exactly, Jeffro. And I just think that the food is it's some high quality stuff. It really is. And I mean, Darius has donated to more auctions and events and charities. You name it. He comes into the live streams. He's gifted memberships. He talks to people. You don't get that kind of one-on-one conversation with anybody else in the food industry. You're not going to talk to New Life Spectrum, Mega One, which is by New Spectrum Brands or something, Spectrum Brands Foods, Tetra, Extreme. You're not going to get that kind of one-on-one conversation with the man himself who makes and owns the food, but from everybody else. Nobody does that. Oh, you got to try it. Well, my next giveaway, I can send you some Boots Cats. Jesse, I finally got an acrylic tank. A friend of mine gave it to me. It's a whopping 1 gallon tank. I like acrylic tanks. I really do. I didn't think I would, but they're lighter. They're easier to manage. You just got to be careful because they do scratch easy. You may have to make sure you get that felt side of the scraper or a plastic credit card style because they can scrape easier. Scratch easier. The only thing I've done so far is clean up the fish food, and that's good. Yeah, it does. It will get fuzzy, and that's a fungus growing on it, and you want to pull that out of there. But Bug Pro is so hard, I can't get it small enough for my little community fish. Rosie, what you can do is, and I sent Tara some, is they make a stick version in the Bug Pro. It's Bug Pro sticks, little tiny sticks. And also another trick you can do, Rosie, is if you have a spare coffee grinder you're not using, which is what I use, it's up there. You can put fish food in there and grind it down smaller. I can't remember who it was. Somebody used a pepper grinder where they'll put it in there and use that, and they'll take it right to the tank and run it in there, which was I thought a really cool idea. Dan says, I don't have a single fish that doesn't go nuts for the Northfin community blend. Every fish appears from the cracks and depths to get it. Yeah, exactly. And mine too. And the flakes too. I like to throw the flakes in for my smaller Mabuna and smaller fish so they can eat it. Flake food by far grinds up in the coffee grinders in a more powdery form to make a fry food than the pellets do. Do they make a tiny food? Yes. Yeah, they do. He made them. He stopped making them because he had to redo a distributor or something. But he does make a fry starter. It's called Northfin Fry Starter is what you want to look at. Boots. It was Pile that uses the pepper grinder. Okay, I thought that was a really cool idea. But I just got the old coffee grinder. Put it in there. Puts it up. That works too. And I make my own fry food using the Northfin foods. My fish don't seem to want to eat the community pellets or the sticks. The black skirted tetras will eat some of the flakes. My antlers won't eat any of it. Okay. And you can definitely try some different foods for sure. I mean, and that's the thing. You can have the most high quality food in the world, but if your fish don't like it, you're going to have to feed them, find what works. So you might go to PetSmart. Omega 1 is not a bad lower end foods. But pound for pound, New Life Spectrum is better than Omega 1. So and they come small. You might want to try New Life Spectrum, Tara. If your fish aren't liking the Northfin. Okay, Boots. Jesse, do you agree that the acrylic is clearer than the glass tanks? No. Some people say they are, but I've got both. I've got a 375 gallon acrylic tank right here beside me. I'm looking at this tank and it looks amazing. I don't get that magnified look people were talking about either. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn like this ways right here and look at my 55 gallon glass aquarium. The first aquarium I've ever owned, by the way, still with me running strong. And I want to say glass is clear. All these tanks are glass. Oh, the Dempsey and the Oscar are going at it over there. I've been monitoring this. You can see them right here. No, stop that. That's the trick. If you didn't know, you have to give them the angry fist. But I could be wrong. Maybe I just need to clean the inside. But when I first got it, I guess, Rosie, I guess when I first got it, and you can see that video on my channel when this thing showed up and I first took that film off of it, it was pretty dang crystal clear. I will say that, maybe. And I think Tommy made a comment about it being so clear. So you may be right. But as they sit right now, looking at both, I don't see a difference, but I could be wrong. They are pretty freaking clear. And I meant to talk about this when the stream started, but congratulations to Foxy and Peplins on their marriage. I was watching that. There was upwards of 90, 95 people on that live stream. Wanted to say congratulations to them. Happy for you. Dennis says, my fish love North Fin, and yes, it's very hard to break up with your fingers and pellets. I wish they sunk a little slower also. Yeah, the North Fin kelp wafers sink like a rock, which I like because it goes down there to the plecos or pictus catfish where I want them to be. The carnivore wafers, which is one of the number one foods I feed in here, all these fish love it. It sinks pretty quick too, but not like those kelp wafers. My number one North Fin foods it's all of them. I kind of mixed them to make feeding easier, but the carnivore wafers, the Bug Pro, the veggie pellets. Well, I'll show you my mix I made. So I call this the salient mix. And I got a lot of it in backup. This is North Fin cichlid pellets, the Bug Pro sticks, the regular Bug Pro, the Krill Pro, and then in here I got New Life Spectrum cichlid and New Life Spectrum tropical mixed in with it. So in my personal opinion, and M&C, I think can attest to this because he gets New Life Spectrum now, and I love the smell. New Life Spectrum is probably the next best food in my opinion, but you can see this mix real good here. You get big and small. There's jumbo. Those little bit larger, lighter tan pellets are the jumbo fish. And I mix all that up. And then I take this and I just scoop that up and I go around and feed all these bad boys. And I'll do this one day and I'll go to flakes maybe the next day. But that mix right there, that is the witch's brew. I've never met a fish that won't eat none of this. Endlers. Does anybody in here have endlers? And Boots, if you're still in here, you can also get North Fin Nanobites and Community. So this is North Fin Nanobites and Community pellets mixed, but they also have a fry starter, which is like a more of a powder. But these are a very small pellet. So that your fish should be able to eat that easily. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, June was talking about Aquafunk's food. I bought like 4 of these a while back, gave 3 away and giveaways, and kept one. And I go around and feed this to them at times, and they seem to eat it. There are certain fish that spit it back out. I can't remember. Boy, my clown loaches are looking good. But that's a nice food too. And it's a mix of different foods and sizes as well. So I've been doing that, trying it out. Gave 4 away. I think Scotty got 1 and can't remember the other 2. Sorry about that. This guy says I have a ton of guppies, but no endlers. Okay. Yeah, all you can do, Terry, is try different foods. I'm hoping that you can get your fish used to the North Fin because I can supply you some North Fin food. So keep trying with the North Fin. Don't give up on it. You can maybe try mixing it in with another food and they get used to it and then they'll start eating it. Funk's food has done well in my tanks. I bought 3 more bags since I won the first bag on Jesse's live stream. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm cool that you got some more. Yeah, they seem to do well. It doesn't foul the tank. Seems to be pretty decent quality food. But who says I've been burning through my beta food because it's perfectly sized for all my fish. I got you. I think Northland makes a beta specific food too. The name's escaping me. Super beta or something like that. I can't remember. Did he fix the QR code, Scotty, for the reorder on his bags? I know that's one thing you pointed out in your review of it. I'm just wondering if he fixed that QR code. Speaking of QR codes, top corner over here for me is a link right to my channel. If you're new here and you want to subscribe and help me grow, please consider it. That QR code will make it a lot easier. Appreciate you. I am also currently testing out a new Higer product, and it's been running for a couple of weeks or more. And once I hit that month mark, then I do the video on it. Temperature has been using North Fin for years now, just because it's the only higher quality food my local fish store sells. Got you. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious if you got that fixed. Yeah, my local fish stores don't sell anything like that. They don't sell North Fin. They don't sell Extreme. It's your food that's always been around, your Tetra, your Omega 1. You have to get these things off online. There's Great Lakes. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. I call you Great Lakes. Beto, which one do you like? Uh-oh, mommy came out and saw a bird. Now it's getting loud. So, at any rate, that was my take on Florina, and we had some good conversation about that. Seems like the general consensus is the same. Tara says, Jesse, how long should I keep the sack of bio bugs? You can take them out, Tara. I remember I said a couple of weeks. I just gave you that to help boost things and get things going. So you can take that out, put it in a bucket, rinse it out, and just keep it around. You never know when you might want to use it. You never know. Maybe you decide to get another tank, like a 10-gallon or something. I know you're not going to, but you never know what your mind will change. You can put that in there for a few weeks before you get the tank, take it out and put it in the next one to help cycle it. Okay, it works now. Very cool. I wanted to know that because I didn't want to keep saying it if it was fixed. They've been in since the day. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks or more now, Tara, I think. So you can definitely take them out of there. Timber Tank says, I'd like to know what Aqua Info thinks about Florina because it's highly likely in my mind that Florina is trying to get a cut of that market. Aqua Info. Okay, I'll have to check into that. Aqua Info is what's Aqua Info? Are you talking about Aquarium Info? That Aquarium Info channel I don't like. Again, let me get in a yellow bikini. I turned my bathroom into a fish room. Look at me. Do I have to keep them wet if I keep them? Yeah, you would have to keep them in your aquarium, Tara, if you wanted to keep them. If you want them out of there, just take them out, rinse them off because they're probably going to have a smell to it. Aquarium Info. Yeah. That's Aquarium Info. Yeah, I got you. I know what you're talking about. But I'm over an hour. I do have to go. I got some things to take care of. As always, I enjoy spending Saturday with you guys in the morning. Look forward to it. Look on my channel. Look forward to some new content, some better video quality and things like that. I'm working on some things to make things better. Share my stuff out. Help my channel grow. If you enjoyed talking with me and chatting with me, help me grow. I'd certainly appreciate it. By the way, I received my first super gift. That thanks thing on a video. I helped someone out on my if your fish is stressed video. I helped someone and they gave me a $2.99 super thanks. That's the first time I ever got one of those. So I was super excited about that. Good to see you, Jeff. Excuse me. My throat's getting dry. I got to go. You guys are the best. I'll see you out in the field. We'll see you next Saturday for sure. And be safe out there. Have a good weekend.